one shot. You only get one shot.
It's week 9 of the 2022 season, and this one features the Saints' rocket arm quarterback. He had a solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Saints and the Ravens on Monday night.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in week 9? And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by a 3-time Pro Bowler, owner of over 35,000 passing yards in 11 seasons, the veteran Andy Dalton. And Dalton going to throw right away. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Odafe Oweh. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So a tough early challenge here. 2nd and long after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Dalton. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 12 carries, 60 yards.
I have to say, partner, their coaches didn't do a very good job of hiding their thoughts this week when they spoke with us, did they? They told us exactly this. We've been good on the ground, but sitting 8th in the league, we know we can kick it up a notch and push for the top 5. So there's no doubt in my mind, we'll see them try to establish that ground game early and try and pick up an early lead.
7 yards there and a first down. They run it again with Kamara. He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. Throwing, Dalton. Olave over the middle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a safe touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. Former Heisman winner leading them out, the 2-time Pro Bowler in his first 3 seasons, the electric Kyler Murray.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Another run here with Dobbins. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to float from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. To throw, it's Murray. He's going to take another shot here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They're going for it. It's Murray. It's caught by Jackson. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. You don't see too many conversions on 4th and 10, but we just did there. A gain of 14 and a first down. Now Murray off play action. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. He'll get it inside the 20, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Marcus Davenport just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Murray keeps it himself, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Ravens are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure.
Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a third down and less than a yard. Here's Kamara trying to run for it.
Yeah, this will wind up a Saints first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Here's Dalton. And Thomas has it. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 1st down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down as he gets it up past the 35.
We're all still valiantly searching for the so-called book, right, that tells us what to do in every situation. Everyone kind of knows what it says, but it's never really been written down anywhere. He violated every code on that one, didn't he? Decided to go for it right there.
Oh, yeah, your side of the field, this stage of the game, you're supposed to punt the football. He said, who cares? I'm going to light the book on fire.
Yeah, analytics, everyone else, be warned, he's coming for you.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 32 on the play. On play action, it's Murray. And that is incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Murray on the sneak, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Kyler Murray with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Roquan Smith from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. On third down, here's Kamara. And he's got room. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Here's Jackson. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. Murray now on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Isaac Yedem picks it. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the 27, Dalton, and he's got the hook up to Landry. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. They'll get this out to Kamara. Touchdown, Saints! Alvin Kamara. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying the ballgame here in the final minute of the first half. What's good on the extra point? And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Here's Murray. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. throwing again on second down. Murray. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And all deep in his home territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give them a red light? Do you keep them in? Green light, let them go? Let's see if he changes from green light to red light after that costly error.
Yeah, you know what I remember from that meeting? He brought donuts.
I like him.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
but he's not happy right now.
No, don't tell everyone how many I had.
Second down, and it's Kamara again.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Dalton now to pass. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
The kick by Lutz is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. Well, a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
The goal of the wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Dalton. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And Dalton to throw. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
A 50-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Automatic first down.
The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. Dalton. The pass caught by Olave. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's up and good to make it 21-17. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Dalton back to Kamara for another catch.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Andy Dalton. Going for the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Here's Jackson to return. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. Murray now on 1st down.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. A first down throw coming for Dalton.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, they showed a 5-receiver set, had the backfield empty, and lined the running back out to the left. Plenty for the quarterback to process both pre- and post-snap. But he's able to find his man, and it turns into a big play.
End zone on first down, but it ends up incomplete.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Throwing, Dalton. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
That offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the third quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick six.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person just ended up in the end zone with the football. He was the one that answered the bell.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
New Orleans offense back out and ready to go.
Dalton right back on the horse after the pick six.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Kamara up the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. Back now here live in New Orleans. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Dalton. On the check down, he finds Kamara.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn it.
Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. Past the 20. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Saints coming out now to take the field.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game. The self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Going deep here for Landry. And this one is incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter? Right. It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Second down at 4.
To throw, it's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
I like watching that outside strength because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball will get all the credit, but how about the people up the block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a third down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
From the gun on third down, Murray. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Marcus Davenport able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep the hurt. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Tucker with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25.
Justin Tucker, the kickoff.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up second down. Passing, it's Dalton.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
The Saints on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw here, Dalton. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Odafe Oweh. Make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Big 4th down here. It's Dalton. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Now Murray off play action. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics.
Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Odafe Oweh. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Dalton now, the pass. This one taken in by Olave. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Dalton. And that is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. But after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
On the return, Jackson. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
They're going for it. Hits Murray. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need. In fact, they surrender a big chunk. 17 yards there on 4th down. Murray now. Steps away to his left. Right back to Duvernay. That's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That one goes for 36 yards. Here's Murray. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball, and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows?
The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover, but I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Well, agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
Dalton's throw complete there to Johnson.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This will be Dalton again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. The 40. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And they are going to get this one back, it looks like. So nearly like-for-like fumbles, but they hang on to this thing and keep it a turnover. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite...
Hello, new world, all the boys and girls. I got some true stories to tell. You're back outside.